Hello, everyone. Welcome to this quick edition of how to use the Coral Reefs Lab for biology. So remember, there's no lab document per se for this. There are guidelines so that you know how to use the gizmo, but you will not be submitting a lab at the end. So I'm going to show you how to find that, how to get started on it, and let you just get started. So as always, you can find your stuff for today on the course plan. So I'm going to click on today, August 30th. And it's going to say Coral Reef Gizmo Lab. I've already opened up Explore Learning over here on this side of my page and launched the Coral Reefs Lab. So you're going to go ahead and click down here. Don't click on the quizzes yet. You want to click to the lab guide. So this is where you're going to want to open up. I'm going to click to the lab guide. It's going to ask you to make a copy. You're going to select yes, make a copy, and then it's going to make a copy of the lab guide document for you to work with today. If it prompts you to sign in, just sign in with a Gmail account so that you can access the document and get it open. So as it says, again, we'll not be submitting this lab document. You will have a lab quiz in biology. You'll have 2 lab quizzes with this specifically. So we're just going to go through the information in here. So like terrestrial environments, coral reefs can be damaged by invasive species. That's what we looked at during class today. Reefs are also impacted by disease-causing bacteria, humans, and other biotic factors or living parts of the ecosystem. So in our Gizmo lab today, we're going to be looking at how these biotic or living factors are going to affect coral reefs, okay? So on the conditions tab, you're going to select fishing and then net fishing and change it to 50%. And then we're going to see what happens after 10 years. So now I'm at my Gizmo over here. And this is what we're talking about on the conditions tab. This is the oceans condition, and you can select down there what you're going to select from. So we're selecting fishing, okay? And specifically, we're going to look at overfishing and how that can disrupt the coral reefs. So net fishing captures everything or all species equally. So that's what we're going to be looking at first. So select net fishing, change it to 50%. So you can either drag your slider to get it to go to 50%, or you can always go over here and just type in 50 with the keyboard. 50%. Okay, we're there. And then advance your 10 times, and then we're going to notice any changes on the coral reef tab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof, I notice a lot of differences here. Just looking here, I can look at the differences. If you don't notice anything right away, you can always select the data tab. You can restart it, do it one more time, see if there's any changes you notice then. Or you can select the data tab and take a look. The key part here is you want to make sure you select all the species because these are the ones that are going to be affected by fishing, right? So boom, what happens? They were all around 100% because it was all a healthy ecosystem. And then you can make some observations as to what happens to each specific species based on their color of the line. Okay, so like here you can see this dark green line. If you zoom in, you can see it even better. So like this right here is our Nassau grouper. You can see it was at 100 and it started to plummet after about after 1 year. It didn't plummet as quickly as these 4 lines did. So those ones were more affected than this one was. Okay, so that's what you want to make sure you're looking at. So we can't say that everything decreased, right? Because if you look at our sponges up here, our sponges went way up. Algae stayed pretty good, and then it went way up too. And then this bright pink, the sea urchin, started to increase also after about 4 years. And then the staghorn coral actually lasted and thrived for a bit, but then it started to decrease also. So that's what we want to write down right here. What data did you see happening? And then select all of them and tell me what happens to the reef populations. That's all the organisms there. Okay, easy peasy. Then you're going to go down and restart. And so you're going to follow the directions. Anytime you see these boxes, that's going to make you change the gizmo. So now we're going to return to original settings. Boop. We're going to restart. And then on the conditions tab, select fishing. And then it tells you what to do next. Okay, so we're looking at what the fish eat. You can select that from over here. So you just grab one of those fish. So like, look, if you select it, stoplight parrotfish. It feeds on algae, but also damages coral. So therefore, it also eats coral. So you can write that down, algae, coral. Okay, you're going to go through each of those, and then it says set grouper to 70%. So we're not changing any other conditions. So 10% is where it was originally at, right? So we're just setting grouper to 70% for number 2. And then we're going to do some experimenting, and that's what you'll do for the rest of your lab, and then you'll go through a couple more simulations. So good luck. I'm sure you'll do fantastic, and let me know if you have questions. Send Ms. Collarine an email if you need help. Good luck.